When I was 9, my father was brutally murdered during a robbery. It was heart-wrenching and foreshadowed a lot what was to come in my life. I grew up in the area of Brooklyn with a lot of gangs, and most people I knew fell victim to the violence in our neighborhood. Seeing a positive future for myself was impossible. There was nobody I could point to who had escaped poverty and was living a successful life. Life was what it was. I learned to bottle up my feelings early on. Everyone around me was just trying to survive. I wasn't comfortable sharing what I was going through, so I kept everything inside. It made me feel like no one cared, that my pain and my story didn't matter. As a teenager, some friends started joining gangs. I tried not to get pulled in and spent a lot of my time playing basketball to escape. But the popularity I gained from sports and parties came with a lot of peer pressure. I ended up a part of gang culture. Not fully in, but not fully out either. When my mom saw where my life was heading, she demanded that I either get a job or go to school. A few colleges offered me scholarships to play basketball, but those were all rescinded when COVID hit. I finally ended up at a community college in upstate New York, but during my first year there, my sister was murdered. Robbed and shot, just like my dad had been years earlier. I dropped out of school and moved back home to be closer to my family. I was more demoralized than ever. I felt like I was out of options and became more closely aligned with the gang. Then one day, my cousin reminded me we agreed to participate in a year-long community program, paying $25 an hour, 20 hours per week, to stop gang violence. I shrugged. Sure, it was just another way to make money. 15 from my gang showed up. The program promised mentorship and life skills, along with healing circles, which were created by an organization called Inside Circle. I scoffed at all of this, until one of the mentors began to speak. Even though he'd been formerly incarcerated and gang-affiliated, he graduated from college, and now was part of this program to help people like him. I found myself leaning forward. It was the first time I heard of someone like me getting out, of having a life outside of gangs, drugs, or imprisonment. How is this possible? My responses were shallow at first, but the facilitators wouldn't let us hide. They persistently pushed us for honesty. After a few weeks, something clicked. As I listened to the raw stories of my peers, the truth dawned. I wasn't alone. We shared the same fears and the